Hey guys, how's it going? It's Molly. I'm here today to chat about some new makeup releases with you. It is a Sunday afternoon. It's hot out. It's like summer's last hurrah. Figured I'd get an iced coffee and sit down and share my thoughts on some of the new makeup that's coming out. So let's go ahead and jump on in. I've got Trend Mood open on my Instagram. And I feel like it's just that time of year where things are kind of amping up. Brands are starting to release their fall collections. They're sneak peeking their holiday collections. So there's quite a lot to talk about. Hey, it's Editing Molly. So I wanted to pop on here really quick and just update my thoughts and opinions on one of the launches. Colourpop is collaborating with Hocus Pocus. This is round 2. When I initially filmed this video, it was, they had only like sneak peeked the packaging. So we didn't know what the inside products looked like. Now I've had a chance to see them, and there's I can confidently say, like with like 85% confidence, that I'm not gonna pick this up. I think that the packaging is wonderful. I really like it. I don't know about the palette. Like, I don't know how I feel about this palette compared with last year's. I don't know if it's a better collaboration or not. I honestly, I feel like I need to see last year's again just to know. It doesn't matter though, because I'm pretty sure that's not available anymore. I will say the color story, I mean, it's not super unique. And when I initially saw it, I was like, I don't want that. But then I saw swatches. Dupe That has some swatches. In fact, that's probably the picture that I'll use. And the swatches look really beautiful. So part of me does want to get it, even though I need to not, because there are other palettes that I have my eye on right now. So this is absolutely not one that I need to go out and purchase. The Super Shock Trio, I think, looks really beautiful swatched. I typically don't reach for Super Shock shadows very often at all. And then the lippies are just whatever. I think the candle is really fun. Like, that's a fun touch. I'm curious. I don't remember if it said that it was scented or not, but apparently you can only get the candle if you buy the entire bundle, which is like $99. So yeah, I'm not gonna get it. I think that was everything, wasn't it? Maybe there was a cheek. I can't remember, and I don't have it in front of me. But anyway, so I just wanted to pop on really quick and let you guys know that I am not purchasing that, even though I can appreciate it for what it is. It just isn't something that I need to get. Next, Too Faced. This is, well, we've got a picture of the It Cosmetics brush that everybody loves, and part of me kind of wants to get it this year. They release it every holiday, not every holiday, every like Christmas season, and for whatever reason, I've always skipped over it, and for whatever reason this year, I'm like, I should get that brush. Maybe. But Too Faced is releasing this Forbidden Fruit Cake palette. This is one of their little 8-pan palettes in a tin, which personally I love that packaging. I really am waiting for them to release one in a color story that I am interested in. This personally, I feel like, I mean, you look at the packaging and it's got some pops of color, but then you look at the product and it just falls flat. There isn't, I guess I'm not, I don't know what they're doing, but I will say based on these photoshopped swatches that they've produced, which just honestly look fairly terrible. I like that there's that like blue-brown or red-green duochrome. I like the red matte. And it makes sense that there's going to be some more neutral tones because it's fruit cake. Like, the cake part is, browns and things like that. But I feel like they could have done something more with this. But they played it really, really safe, and they went with this instead. And that's fine. I'm sure plenty of people will get it. But me personally, with the collection that I have, it just isn't something, it's not going to add anything to my collection. It doesn't impress me really at all. So I'm going to skip over it, but I am hopeful that they'll release one that I do enjoy. I don't really know, like, why? Why not just let it be and don't get it? Oh, well. Okay, now Trend Mood has also kind of added some of these holiday release, like, sneak peeks as well. There's a ton here. I can't go over all of it. There's an these are all sets by different brands. So the cruelty-free ones that I'm seeing right now are Tatcha, Briogeo, Olaplex, I think Way might be, I could be wrong, and Tarte. There's some other, and Pharmacy. Okay, so those are and Drunk Elephant. They're like, it's just, sorry. Those are the ones that are cruelty-free. I will say right off the bat, I am very curious about this Tarte one. Tarte is releasing like a collection of mini Amazonian clay blushes, and I love that formula. I love myself a good mini blush, and I really want to try these. I don't know why. They're only $39, so I might at some point pick that up. Sorry, another cruelty-free one is Beauty Blender. I just saw that. And there's probably others that I missed, but at any rate, that's kind of, I'm definitely curious to see what is in all of these, so I know if it's anything that I want to pick up. The Drunk Elephant one, it looks great. I would love to try the brand. Olaplex, I would love to get that actually. I don't even know what's in it, but I feel like if it does anything to help the ends of my hair, like I'm into it. We're dry. So that's one that I'm just kind of keeping my eye on. Okay, Juvia's Place. This is very exciting for me. I don't know why. I'm not really into, like, I'm not a big skincare girl, but I'm starting to get a little bit more interested in skincare, and Juvia's Place is releasing skincare, and I am excited about it. It looks like prices range from $16 to $42, $16 to $45. So it's like mid-range, right? It's not drugstore prices. Although those are like skincare drugstore prices, if you really think about it. But the things that I'm most interested in, there's like a peptide and ceramide cream. I would love to try it. There's a hyaluronic acid serum for $18, a niacinamide serum for $20, the Afterglow serum for $20, which is supposed to improve skin texture and reduce wrinkles. Which I'm into. And then there's like a melt-off cleansing balm. I'm curious about that, but realistically, I don't need it. When I take my makeup off, I just use a $5 bottle of jojoba oil from Trader Joe's and a washcloth, and it works beautifully. So I probably won't reinvent the wheel when it comes to that. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. I will also say there's an AHA, BHA, PHA. I don't know what PHA is, but I probably need it. Exfoliating treatment facial pads for $36. There's just so much, and I want to try so much of it. And also, can we talk about this packaging? Seriously? What does it, this reminds me of, is it baby skin? There was some perfume in like the 70s, 80s, 90s. And these bottles remind me of it. I don't know. It's like a cross between that and like Aladdin. Like I'm just waiting for a genie to come out of these bottles. They're adorable. I can't, it's too much. I can't handle it. So anyways, definitely picking some of these up. Right now though, I just bought skincare and I really don't need anything at the moment. So I'm going to hold off. I don't think I'll have to hold off for very long because what I got were like minis from Colourpop. Not Colourpop, but Colourpop. Whoever their sister brand is that has the skincare. I don't know I couldn't tell you what it's called. But anyways, once that stuff is gone, I'm gonna get this. Okay, now this is not new, but this is news. I think a lot of people probably saw this coming. So it was either early spring or late spring, Becca Cosmetics announced that they were closing in September. The pandemic had hit them hard. People weren't purchasing their products. They were going under. Until Smashbox swooped in, saved the day, and purchased the rights this is my understanding, purchased the rights to some of their like stellar products. Their under eye brightener, which is a cult favorite, and their highlighters, which people love, also myself included. They're really, really, really good. So that is fantastic. I think that's exciting. I have not tried the under eye brightener, but I would like to, especially these days when sleep is such a hot commodity in my house. I could use all the help I can get. So this is fantastic. It looks like it's going to be available in October on Smashbox.com. Next, we've got Danessa Myricks. So they're like multi-chrome flakies. Is that what they are? Okay, it's the Infinite Chrome Flakes. Okay, right? We've got their individual potted eye goodness. So it says it's a lightweight, easy application, multi-chrome, self-adhering flake toppers. Instantly dramatize any eye look with just a tap or a swipe. This innovative self-setting, high-impact, cooling, water-based formula creates an intense prism of light. No mixing medium or adhesive required, and there's no fallout. What in the sorcery is this? Like, how is there no fallout? Please tell me. I'm really curious about them. It looks like it's like a jelly sort of substance, and the pigments are flakies. I'm wondering if it's like the Copacetic Cosmetics flakies. Those are really pretty and probably much less expensive than these. But no shade to Danessa Myricks. I have wanted to try this brand. Okay. Back in January, I'm guessing it was January, I posted a video of the 11 brands that I wanted to try in 2021. And Danessa Myricks was on there, and I have not tried it yet. I was going to try those. She had like some liquid eyeshadows going on. I was going to try those, and then I heard horrible reviews, and so I never did. And also just knowing myself, like I typically don't reach for singles like that, but regardless, I'm kind of curious about these. They look beautiful. They definitely, if you look at the pictures of them on the models, I think when you're swiping it on, so when you swipe it on, it's supposed to be more of like an intense metallic pigment. And when you tap it on, it's just like this beautiful glittery, like, oh my gosh, situation. And it looks like when you swipe it on, it may get a little crunchy, a little chunky. So I think that would be interesting. I'd probably want to be mindful of that and maybe use it as just a topper, but I'm not a topper girl, you guys. I am a swipe girl, for sure. So I don't know. I'm curious about it. I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes. I'm saying it's a strong maybe, and it is available today on their website. Probably need to look and see where my budget is for the month of September and go from there. Okay. What else we got? All right, Charlotte Tilbury. This is some of their holiday stuff. It looks like we've got an advent calendar, which is kind of cool. Okay, I don't know if that's an advent calendar. I assume it is, but it could be wrong. It is. Okay, sorry. Oh, so whoa. I just saw the price. There's a duo where you get the new eyeshadow palette. It's the Instant Eyes palette. She releases one of these every year. Although this color story is really pretty, and I'm tempted, very tempted. But you can get the eyeshadow palette and this advent calendar for 260 euros. I don't know what that translates to US dollars, but I think it's probably up there. I'm not going to do that. I can't. That's just not a thing. And then we've got the Limitless Lucky Lips. Long wear ultra matte finish. And it looks like there are five different shades. They're pretty. I don't need them. They're 28 euros, whatever that is. I should figure it out. Anyway, The eyeshadow palette is 75 euros. I feel like it's right around $75. This is at 68. I'm just guessing. I don't know. But at any rate, here's the thing. With Charlotte Tilbury, I don't know how I feel about the brand. I've never tried anything from them. I've wanted to, but they were cruelty-free for a long, long, long time until last year. I want to say it was holidays. They decided to have a pop-up shop in China, which seems dumb because if you're cruelty-free, like, you know that you can't sell in mainland China. Like, you can't, their laws are really, like, kind of confusing. My understanding is if you have products on shelves in mainland China, you cannot be cruelty-free because your products are subject to post-market testing. So essentially anyone that has a reaction to your product and they report that, the government can pull the product and test it on animals. So it's not, you can't be cruelty-free. It just that's one of the tenets of, like, cruelty-free status. So they decided to have a pop-up shop. So products on shelves in mainland China, ergo not cruelty-free anymore. They just said, screw it, we don't really care, we want the money. And then once people were upset about that, they closed the pop-up shop down. I'm sure they were going to close a pop-up shop down anyways because it was a pop-up shop. But, and they were like, oh, just kidding, we are cruelty-free. No, what? I mean, yeah, I guess technically, but it seemed like a way to just kind of, like, let's get a bunch of money over the holidays in China and then pull back out and please all of our cruelty-free customers in other parts of the world. No. It just doesn't sit right with me. So I am, for now, just going to hold off and wait and see. I'm curious what they're going to do this year. Are they going to do another pop-up shop? I'm curious. I do want to try some of their products. Like, I definitely want to try some of their lip products. I want to try some of their eye quads. Like, I'm curious about the brand. Some of their face products, like, they have a cult following. And I'm sure it's for a very good reason. She is a world-renowned makeup artist. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that I'm not going to pick this up right now because I'm waiting to see what she's going to do. Okay, another Colourpop release. This is the Plush Like Me collection. This is a 90s inspired collection. I kind of see it. I kind of see it with the lippies. Like, we got a lot of brown tones, which I'm into. I like that. I do. Well, they're like brown nudes, really. The nude part is what I'm into, not so much the brown. We've also got some blush sticks, a highlighter, and a palette. Okay. Oh. The names of the blush sticks are Skater Boys, Mallrat, Winona Forever, and So Called. So Called. Silly. It's interesting. It's just a bunch of, like, early 20-somethings who were clearly born in the late 90s, maybe 2000s, who are trying, I don't know. To each their own. I am not crazy about, I mean, I like this color story. I think it's really pretty. I like the burgundies and the lighter shimmers of the palette. I like the lippies. I don't want that highlighter. After getting the Barbie one, that packaging is trash. It is so awful. The product could be absolutely incredible inside of it, and I am not going to purchase another one. I'm sorry. I may regret saying that at some point, but as of right now, I have no intention of ever buying another one of those Super Shock highlighters in that packaging. They just need to come back with the pots with the screw-off lids because you can't even open the damn thing. Sorry. I get real fired up about that, apparently. But I'm curious about all of it. I want to try a blush stick. I want to try maybe the palette. I want to try the lippies. But I've made 2 purchases with Colourpop in the past month, and I'm good for now. Their shipping right now is atrocious. It's bad. It took way too long to get my order. And I know, by way too long, I mean like 2 weeks, but still, I'm going to try some other stuff for now. I'm going to take a break from Colourpop. But I do appreciate the collection. I like it for what it is. I don't have any qualms with the color story. I think it's beautiful. Okay, next. Is it Lys? Lice? This brand has some new stuff. We've got highlighters, powder highlighters, liquid highlighters, and a glow serum, glow tonic thing. I'm not interested in the liquid highlighter. I'm just not really into it. The powder highlighters look really pretty. I do like this packaging. I'm curious about this brand, but for whatever reason, I'm good. I don't feel like I need to go out and buy a new highlighter right now, I guess. I might change my mind later on in the video, but for right now, in this moment, right this second, I'm good. I will say the price point is decent though. These are only like $19, which makes me kind of want to get it. I don't know. It is what it is. Or highlighters. Nomad Cosmetics is releasing highlighters. I do like Alamar. So we've got a fair light, medium tan, and dark rich. That doesn't look very dark for dark rich. Although it's a highlighter, so obviously it's not going to go super dark. It was available September 15th. That's all I know. I'm good. I don't need it. All right, this next release doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Pharmacy is coming out with a trio. This is the Garden Party Green Clean Trio for $42. So it's the Green Clean Cleansing Balm, now in new limited edition flavors, which that drives me bonkers when people say flavors instead of scents. If I'm not eating it, it is not a flavor. And nobody should be eating these. So why? Oh. Anyway, that's such a dumb thing to be picky about, but here we are. I don't really understand this. Why not just do a trio of different products instead of a trio of the same product? It's very redundant. I feel like I might have talked about this last time, but just in case I didn't. Colored Rain is coming out with some new eyeshadow palettes. They're little 6-pan eyeshadow palettes with more curated color stories. And they've done this before, and I really love the fact that they're doing it again, because Colored Rain has some of the best eyeshadows on the market, in my opinion. So we've got Neutral Chic, Pretty Chic, which is white shimmer shade, has a pink and purple multi-reflex sparkle. Ooh, I might need that. The Sunset Chic, which is warm tones, Wealthy Chic, which is greens, and yeah. I'm very curious. I could see myself potentially picking one of these up. Their price point is nice. It doesn't say, and it doesn't say when it's available. But I totally just clicked on a hashtag and now I'm somewhere else. Anyway, I am curious about that. Sigma is collaborating with Cinderella, which personally, that's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. I love it so much. So we've got the eyeshadow palette, a cheek duo, 5 brushes, lip gloss, liquid lipstick, and it's going to be available on the 23rd. Ooh, you can use code TRENDMOOD for 15% off. I am really curious about this. I don't know. I've been really heavy on my eyeshadow palette purchases lately, and I might need to whoa it up just a little bit. But this is the type of IP that I have a connection to, and so I just have a very difficult time telling myself you don't need it. But dang. And I love Sigma's formula. And there's a coupon code. Yeah. I'm probably going to get it. Probably. Okay. I'm powerless against Cinderella. I meant to talk about this last time and I completely forgot because it is a very forgetful forgettable. It's a very forgettable palette. This is the Naked Cyber palette by Urban Decay. Here's the thing. Okay, so essentially my understanding is it's supposed to be like a lot of duochromes and like kind of different shades. But it is so bland, and that just, maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know. There's definitely, looking at the swatches, they look beautiful. The swatches that they have anyways. I mean, it looks like we've got some really, really pretty shades. I just think that they could have gone further with it. Like if you look at the packaging, it's got all of this iridescence to it, which is gorgeous. But then the payoff with the shades, like I'm not convinced that this is the best they could have done. I think with cyber, obviously cyberspace, like we're talking about the internet. That's one of the most innovative concepts, and which then like births more innovation. And this is what it's not on par with the concept. I feel like they definitely fell short of the goal with this one. I think they could have done so much more. I don't know specifically what. I am not in the habit of creating products, but yeah, it just isn't, it's very lackluster for something that's supposed to represent something as innovative as cyberspace. Right? Maybe it's just me. But also, I think another thing complicating matters is the fact that indie brands have been doing these like really incredible shades for so long. And the market is so saturated if you just step away from the major brands, that this is literally like 4 or 5 years too late. If they had come up with this 5 years ago, I think it would have been way more of a hit. But now that indie brands have been doing this crap for as long as they have, and they're doing it better, why buy this? Why spend $49 on a Naked palette when you can spend $49 on a handful of indie shades? Granted, the indie shades you're going to spend more if you're going shade by shade, but still, just not into it. Okay, let's just go ahead and talk about this new Too Faced release. So this is supposed to be their spring 2022 collection. It's September. They're like really ahead of the game. And maybe that's normal and brands just don't release it. That's probably what it is. So we've got an eyeshadow palette, which is truly one of the worst eyeshadow palettes I think I've really seen. I could be wrong, but this is, we've got 3 of the shades are warm mid-tone browns. And then we've got, it's just not good. It's just not good. I don't understand why brands do this. So the packaging is relatively cute. Like we've got some butterflies and there's a lot of color to work with the packaging. And maybe they weren't going for like a rainbow palette, but they could have done something with some of these other colors that are in the butterflies. Yet this is what they chose to do, which is fine. I think maybe if you don't have many eyeshadows, or if you really like to stick to just really soft, subtle looks, this is a good option. And then they've got some Better Than Sex mascara that's repackaged into butterfly packaging, which, that's fine. I like that formula. I really like that mascara. But I don't see packaging like that and think, oh yeah, I absolutely have to get that. So I'm good. I'm going to skip over that stuff. Okay, I think that is everything from Trend Mood. Let me see if Indie Mood has anything new. Dandelions Co. is releasing these pumpkin highlighters. I'm somewhat curious. They're only $8.50, which is awesome. They're all like warm toned, which is whatever. There's like, if you look at the pan, there's a subtle like, not an imprint, but image of a jack-o'-lantern face. I guess that's the pumpkin. Dandelions Co. is it's a brand that I've wanted to try for a while. I just haven't yet. But so, and I don't know that this is the release that's going to get me to make a purchase. So yeah, I'm good. Alien Cosmetics has a new blush and highlighter duo that released 2 days ago. So we've got a rose terracotta blush with a satin finish and a champagne highlight with silver and gold multi-dimensional shifts. That sounds really pretty. I've heard really good things about Alien Cosmetics. I've heard their eyeshadows are incredible. I think it's great that they're branching into face products, and actually I don't even know that this is their initial launch into face products, but these do look really pretty. They just aren't things that I'm personally needing to go out and purchase at the moment. Okay, Odin's Eye is collaborating with 3 different YouTubers, Annette's Makeup Corner, The Fancy Face, and Judy. Okay, so I've wanted to try Odin's Eye for forever, literally months, or if not years, probably years at this point. I'm really curious about this. I think the one that I'm most interested in trying is, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming that these are going to sell out really quickly. They're $32.96 a piece, and each palette comes with a silk scarf. That doesn't do it for me. But there's a part of me that wants to try and get this, but then there's another part of me that's like, I just don't know that I need to stress about trying to get it before it sells out. And you know, I don't know. The color stores are beautiful on all of the palettes. I think of all of them, the one that I would get the most use out of is probably the warm toned one. I think that it's the Red Dragon. And I think that's with Judy. But they're all beautiful. Okay, here's a release from Copacetic Cosmetics. This is their Shifting Shimmers collection. I think this is absolutely beautiful. Their formula for shimmers it's great. I have the companion palette and I really, really enjoy it. I definitely don't use it as often as I thought that I probably would, but it's through no fault of the palettes, honestly. It's because I'm realizing that if a shade is broken, I tend to not reach for it, and one of the shades is broken. So that's like the only reason that I haven't reached for it. But this is so pretty. And there's a part of me that would love to get it. Plus, Copacetic their prices are very reasonable. So I don't know. It is available now. I'm wondering if it's sold out because this was back on the 7th when they posted that. That is where I'm going to leave it for today. I feel like that's a lot to digest. I just kind of unloaded here. But I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.